Hello and welcome to Andertons TV. My name is Jack Tusby and this is
Mike Patrick.
Awesome, and we got Tay behind the camera. Yeah. And we're going to try something today. We are going to try find the best Hammond organ sound keyboard in the shop.
Okay.
We've tried to narrow it down. Obviously, you know, this is chasing a unicorn here. We've gone for 5 keyboards that I would say are predominantly focused on that or vintage sounds.
Okay, cool.
And Mike's going to wear a blindfold for it. I'm going to take notes, and I just realised we should agree on a starting point because all of these will have drawbars on.
Okay.
So is there a preferred drawbar setting you'd like to start on?
Good starting point, I'd say first and third, fully out. That's a good place.
Percussion, chorus, vibrato, none of those?
None of those to make it fair.
And then when we get into it, maybe you can shout at me to put on the things you want.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah, right? Cool, let's get into it with the first keyboard. First keyboard is in front of you, Mike. We have got it set up for it. We've also got an expression pedal down there as well. And it's a bit fiddly finding fast and slow switches on these things, I think, with a blindfold. Yeah. So I'm going to manipulate them for you. Yes. Okay, I'll do my best, mate. Off you go. I'm going to give you a middle C, and here we are, mate. Go for it.
Interesting. I really like the warmness of it. I think, can I be honest, I'm going to be really strict with organ. A lot of organ keyboards that simulate like a Hammond sound, either the Leslie gets a bit, it sounds super digital, or when you pull out all the drawbars, it just sounds like a lot. I think I like the Leslie effect on this one for a keyboard. I think it's average. I think the drawbar settings, when it all comes out, it gets really, like in terms of EQ, it gets really kind of cluttery. But the bass sound of this organ isn't bad. Good. And how does it feel on the keyboard action? It doesn't feel bad for a keyboard, but bearing in mind it is obviously like a keyboard. It's a key bed. It's not too bad. I would give it, I mean, I'd say it's not bad. I wouldn't say it's great. But it's not bad. Yeah, and we're inventing, this is the first time we've done one of these. Yeah. Was that all right going through the drawbars myself? Because it's a bit... Yeah, it was good, because it just... You can't reach and grab the ones you've got with the blindfold, I think. So forgive me, and forgive a lovely player, mate, and on to keyboard number 2. Second keyboard, Mike, is in front of you. Cool. I'm going to work some of the percussion and things like that as well. Forgive me out there. I'm going to, you know, it would be way better if Mike was administering these things. I trust you, bro. I'm making excuses. Here we go, mate. Here's middle C, sir. Yep. this organ. Very, very nice. Everything sits nice. The Leslie effect sounds good. Action feels good. Chorus, you know what it is? When you turn the chorus on, you can feel like the difference when you turn the chorus on and off. I like this. This is a really good all-rounded organ keyboard.
How about the feel of those keys?
The feel isn't bad. The feel for me is, I mean, you can tell it's a waterfall key bed, which is great. It's a little heavy, and that's me being like picky, but I like it. I think it's good. Really good.
And I've got to hold my hands up. On the first one, I wasn't doing the percussion and chorus. We'll have to let that go. But on to the third one, we've got a few more to go. Let's go! 3! Keyboard number 3. Right in front of you, mate. I'm going to guide you to the middle seat. And again,
cool.
Please, may the Lord forgive me for my bad twiddling. But we've got to do it. There we are, mate.
Here we go. I'm surprised. Another nice one. This one is almost like sonically it sits really nice. I like even the Leslie effect. It's not bad, but it's almost like this one feels like a bit nicer, like a more polite organ, where the other one was a bit more dirty. So I wouldn't say one is better than the other. I would say it depends on your preference. Like this one is more like a friendly, all-round a solemn organ, whereas the other one is like a bit more violent, a bit more, if you want to get the bite out of it, you can. So I like this one. The key bed isn't bad as well. It's a bit lighter than the last one, which I actually like, because it just means it's easier to swell and to do, you know, all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, I like it.
Favourite so far out of the 3?
It'll either be second or third.
Okay, cool. On to the 4th one. Keyboard number 4, a brand new proposition in front of you, Mike Patrick. Let's go to Middle Sea Town.
Cool. Hit it. This one is very interesting.
Okay.
I feel like this one, it's almost like it's got a lot of body. It feels really weighty, but then the effect itself, in terms of the Leslie effect, is not as close as some of the other ones.
Right.
It's really hard. It's hard to explain.
At the beginning, I didn't have it on.
Oh, it was on the break, wasn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
I could
So,
feel it. I was
yeah.
waiting for the entrance. But
Cool.
when you did bring it in, it was like, oh, wow. It's like the width of it was like massive.
So not quite as authentic, you'd say?
Yeah, I would say not as authentic, but there's a niceness about it, though, in terms of how it sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Leslie effect for me is not as authentic as some of the others, the last two especially.
And how does it feel?
It feels pretty good. It does. I think the break is cool, but it's like there's such a niceness about when you go from the Leslie being on break to when it starts to move fast or even slow. Yeah, it was nice.
Cool. We're getting deep into it. Fifth one coming up.
Cool.
Fifth and final keyboard. Here we go. I'm going to place you on middle C.
Cool.
It might be a tad bit of a shock.
Okay. Wow, that's it. The keys feels. Wow, the keys are small. Wow. Okay. Sounds decent, though. Oh, that's all I got. That's like the low. Okay. Oh wow, I've only got like a bunch of keys.
You did really well there, mate.
Hard.
I think you've probably guessed by now we've thrown you a bit of a wild card.
Yeah, this is a wild card. It's really funny because it's obviously like it's small, and but it's really it's like it's pretty powerful. I'd say almost the only thing I'd say like the Leslie effect isn't the most realistic, but there's something really nice and endearing about it. You know what I mean? It's
In
like,
that initial state, let me put you back to the initial state instead of me effing about.
yeah.
Yeah, and then you're back to, here you go, mate.
Yeah, like that. Like I don't know. This feels really. I enjoy this sound.
I've got that percussion, let me
I
turn
like
it
that
off.
though.
Yeah.
I think I know what this is, but it's actually really endearing. I think it's one of the refaces. I don't know any other keyboard this small that has such a big organ sound, but it's really nice. It's really funny because in my brain I'm like, this is a small keyboard. It's it's not the most realistic for Leslie, but I really enjoy playing it, and I think it might have something to do with like the frequency of it. It just sits really nice in the mix. That's nice. And then the low end is. That's a nice way. Yeah, man, I like this. I really like this. I do.
Yeah, well, that is our fifth and final keyboard. We will assemble the buffet for you and reveal thusly.
Wicked.
In front of you, Mike, are all the keyboards you just played the 5 ones? With prompts from me, can you remember which was your favourite at all? So the first 3, let me run you back.
Yes.
I can remember on the first 3, you preferred the second and third one.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
It seemed when you declare after the third one, I kind of asked you how you were getting on. Let's run through all of them again. So the first one you liked, but it was average, cluttered bass, and the keyboard action was not too bad.
Yeah.
The second one you seemed to like a lot more. You said, I like it, first instance, and good feel. You guessed it had a waterfall action, but it was a bit heavy.
Yeah.
And then the third one, you said, oh, yeah, I like it, the sound sits nice, not bad, better Leslie, more polite, friendly, with a lighter action that you preferred the smears on.
Yeah, I remember that actually.
Cool. And then the fourth one, you said it didn't sound quite as authentic. Well, it was not as authentic, and it was lacking in the Leslie department. That was the one which started without the Leslie on.
Yeah,
we flipped on.
Yeah.
And then the final one, you were speculating it was a Yamaha Reface. You guessed it had small keys, but you liked the sound of it.
Yeah, that's right.
So if you had with a water gun to your head, which one are you going to choose as your favourite?
Can I only choose one?
Yes, for the top dog, yeah.
I would choose the second one.
Right.
I would choose the second one overall. And then I would choose in second place the third keyboard I played.
Well remembered.
And after that, I would choose the last one.
Cool. Let's do that. So that's the top 3, and then we'll kind of fight it out with the rest of them. Please remove your blindfold, sir, and see what have you been playing.
Wicked.
Right?
Oh! Wow.
So, whilst you get used to the light in the room, because you've been very disciplined, you chose as your favourite the Nord Electro.
Ooh, okay.
So that was the second one you played.
Okay, so this was the...
Yeah, and then your next favourite was the Yamaha.
Okay.
And I think you were being very nice. And that third one was indeed the Yamaha Reface.
This one did really well.
Right?
Yeah.
And then what, just so you know, you did great. This was midied up to that. So that was the fourth one.
Oh, right.
And this was the first.
I've never seen this before. Okay, well, okay.
Yeah, so a little bit of, do you want to know about these ones?
Yeah, good to know.
Yeah, well, this is, I've only ever featured in one video before, but it's a Hammond specific module.
Oh, okay.
And I wanted to show this because it comes with a dope bag as well.
Oh, sick.
What I was struggling with, and you did really well, and I was really struggling to use it.
Oh, right,
You can't see, and that's not its fault.
Yeah.
As you can see, it's got these, basically you hit sound and then it does these on these knobs. So when I wanted to change rotary, I had to go rotor and then slow fast. And that's where and then I was like, oh, I want to put some reverb on, effects. So it's a bit of a matrix.
Yeah, that's not the best.
No, but then good feeling. Now you can actually feel because the drawbars are a big part of the feel, and I robbed that of you. Sorry,
I'm not that.
But it feels good, and that's very reasonable.
It looks. Oh wow, it looks really sturdy.
Yeah.
There's something sonically that was nice about that when it went. This was the one that went from break to let.
Yeah, I think I did it dirty in how I was operating it.
But it was. There's something nice
about
it. It looks. Yeah, this looks
right. If you had a stage keyboard
sturdy.
Because pretty much every stage keyboard has a whack Hammond.
Yeah, let's be honest.
Yeah, right.
Let's be honest.
Or maybe even you had let's say a CP.
Yeah,
and you wanted to add it. This is an amazing deal from us to add Hammond organ functionality.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind looking more into that. Actually.
Yeah, it was cool, right?
Yeah.
And this is a lot of people forget Roland do a vintage.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it as well. It was solid.
No,
as well.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it's just more when you compare it to.
Yeah, I don't like. Check out the drawbars on that, mate.
That's MIDI controller drawbars.
Isn't it?
Yeah, that's MIDI.
I like a click on mine.
Yeah, they click.
Yeah.
They click.
Isn't it?
Yeah, they need to click. This is the oldest one out of all of them, though, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I have to say this really quickly. We need like a Mark II version of the Refaces, I think. Yamaha, please. Mark II Refaces, 4 more.
Yeah.
Please.
Or just, they've come down in price over the years.
Yeah.
And I think they're the right price now.
Yeah.
Personally, come at me there. But when they first came out, I think people overlooked them because they were...
Yeah.
People were like, well, I'm not paying that for that.
Yeah, it's true. That CS, the Reface CS, kicks like a horse.
Yeah, and maybe I could have midied it up again.
Yeah.
And if you played it with the same keys, because sonically, Taylor said it was your favourite, right?
Yeah, yeah. There's something really special about the fact that this can compete. You know, with these keyboards cost what, $1,000 plus?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And there was just something really sonically nice about the YC. So, yeah.
What I like about the Yamaha is the choice of rotary speakers. If anything, they've kind of out-Nord with hands-on control.
Yeah, they have. I love these knobs. And I also feel like sonically, what we're not bearing in mind is how Hammond sits in the mix when you're playing with a band. And I think the Yamaha Hammond would sit better. I think by itself, the Nord Hammond sounds really nice. And it's got more of the crunch in the bite. But sonically, I don't think I've ever had problems sonically with Yamaha keyboards. They always sit in the mix. Sometimes the Nord gets a bit lost.
I love I think the waterfall action.
Yeah.
It makes a big difference.
Yeah.
But you said the weightiness of it with the blind, that's interesting, right? Because you really picked up on that difference in the weight there.
Yeah, because I'm not really doing like what's the word for it?
Smearing?
Smearing, yeah. It's easier to do smears on this than it is on... But that might just be because how I smear.
And you were at the mercy of me operating the drawbars.
Which was great. It
hey,
did a great job.
There's more out there than I thought.
Yeah.
When I got this video together.
Yeah, there is.
You were thinking there was not a drought of Hammond. We don't stock Hammond, which is a shame. I wish we did.
Yeah.
I know there's the glaring omission here, but this is what we got out at Andertons. And what's amazing, a little bit of a plug, Andertons is a shop just outside London. It takes about 35 minutes on the train, where these are all out to play. And that's the big thing here. And hopefully Mike got across to you an honest blindfold. Don't get more honest than that.
Tried my best.
Thank you, Taylor, for dealing with this, because there's loads of variables as well. And thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't, or just let us know what you want to see next. And thanks for joining us. Thank you, mate.
Pleasure. Thank you very much.
Cheers, bro.